Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School, Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Houston Wednesday law class. So we're going to get into a topic that they really don't teach in the Christian church. All right. And that's celebrating birthdays. You know, when you're thinking about birthdays, you think about it being, this festive occasion. You celebrating a new year of life, or some people say a new turn around the sun, or whatever the quote that they use. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate themselves as being on earth another year. All right. And even in our culture, according to the Bible, that's never been the case for us to celebrate, you know, something that we had nothing to do with. All right, I'll get into that a little later. But I just want to start off with Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. Con.
Ecclesiastes.
I know, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1. A good name is better than the precious ointment.
A good name is better than precious ointment. So what they're saying is a good name is pretty much like your reputation. So your reputation goes way further than precious ointment, or I'll put it in modern terms, uh, a Gucci belt, or a Lamborghini, or anything else of value that we hold to esteem like that. But your good name is far more precious than that. All right, and keep going.
And the day and the excuse, and the day of death, then the day and the day of death. My bad. Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
All right, and the day of one's death, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Why do you think say that? Most people, when a baby's born, people, they cry, they happy, oh, this baby, we got a new baby, baby boy or baby girl, that everybody's happy. They done through baby showers, and recently, gender reveals. Everybody's happy about a new life coming to the family or whatever. But what is that? What is that baby coming into? A world of trouble, a world of, what I'm saying, of constant danger. Of it was a struggle 9 months. You know what I'm saying? With the mother carrying her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had to take all type of prenatal drugs and watch how she walk, watch she eat, watch how much activity she do. And then when the baby, you have to protect it with your life. You lose sleep. You some people even quit their job, especially with young people. When young people start having babies, you know what I'm saying? They don't go to college. Some of them don't go to college. Some of them, they dreams get you know realigned. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, not blaming that's the baby's fault, but that's what happens. But the day of death is better than one's birth. You know what I'm saying? People cry at death. You know what I'm saying? But then when somebody dies, it's like, especially like, think about somebody that's died of cancer. Would you celebrate that? Why not? She's not suffering no more. I mean, of course, her being there, saddens you and everything, but it should be a relief that that person is no longer going through pain and suffering, you know, of sickness or whatever the case may be, and some of these churches now, they don't call them funerals no more. They call them celebrations of life.
Yeah.
You know, uh,
Passing over.
yeah, the
Yeah.
passing over,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess they're trying to make light of the situation, which I mean, you know, of course, we're talking about when you lived your life, accomplish things, raise a family, and if you either die of sickness or old age, that's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about people that died way too young. You know what I'm saying? That's horrible. I'm talking about people like, I was sad when my grandmother
Yeah.
died,
Yeah.
because she was pretty much the rock or the glue of the
Yeah.
family, like in anybody's family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, well, dang, when she was on Earth, people had to uh, go behind her, clean up behind her, help her up out the bed,
Yeah. That was me.
walk her,
Yeah.
change her,
Yeah.
all different types of things. Like what person would want to live like that, throughout the rest of their life? You know what I'm saying? Having somebody waiting hand and foot on her. You know what I'm saying? Like when my father passed, you know what I'm saying? I was sad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like what my dad taught me and how he lived his life, like he didn't want to be a burden on nobody's life.
Yeah.
So he didn't want nobody to, wait on him hand and foot like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt useless. Any man would feel, useless if they not putting their hands on something or, being relevant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So, when my father passed, of course, I was sad. Did a little bit of crying and everything. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, he lived his life. He didn't raise me. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Most High. He didn't live to see me getting the truth. But I would hope that would have been his ultimate goal for me to find the truth and find the Lord and find the truth. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I was happy about that. So like the scripture says, the day of death is better than the one is life, because when you born into this life, the first part of your life, you are defenseless. You can't help yourself. You can't clean yourself. You got to wear a diaper. Then mama or daddy got to come clean you up. You defenseless. And then when you start growing into the age of learning and adapting, what's going on with our children now? They learning whatever they see or whatever environment they're around them. So if your mama or your daddy is not right with the Lord, and they doing all type of lasciviousness, then guess what the child is gonna do? Go ahead.
Yeah. And to touch on that, it was now that I think about when you said that about the elder.
Uh huh.
See, my mom died when I was 4, and
Right.
I was happy she wasn't suffering.
Right.
Uh, she died of a chronic illness.
Uh huh.
But now that I look at it, it's I mean that the scripture makes sense. Because a lot of people say we say the opposite, and I guess that's when we was in our worldly mind, we celebrate our birthday,
Right.
so we look at death as sorrow.
Right.
When really it should be, you know, death is, for somebody that achieves life and live life, it's a celebration of transgression. It's the going away for me.
Right.
Like I meet you there.
Right. So like just think about
But
how worried parents are when they find out the woman's pregnant.
yeah,
The man, he like, man, I got to pick up some extra hours at work. I got to find me a new job. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. The mother, she either got to work up until a certain point, and she started getting this together, getting that together, trying to get her health right. All those things taking place, and then, some of them are so fearful that they, according, to the, the law now, they used to abort babies because they were so scared of bringing this child, into the world. Whether, knowingly that there's a CPS system in place. You know what I'm saying? That'll take that child once you have it. But to go through the pregnancy or find out that you was pregnant, period, that to bring that person, bring that child in this world, it's a hard thing to do. Go ahead.
And it was weird because growing up, like at programs, Planned Parenthood used to be at our
Hmm.
programs.
Right.
Like they'll be at our program. We give our help and this, that, and the other. But when I saw the real truth on Planned Parenthood,
Hmm.
oh wow, it
Right.
was out of control. Like they breaking bones in the fetus, and like
Exactly.
the baby is developed, and I didn't know it was that heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy, especially when I think her name is Margaret Singer.
Yeah.
That's the chick that started Planned Parenthood. It was really you know to low key, what's the word I'm looking for? Obliterate us. That's not the word I was looking for, but yeah, not necessarily population control, because you're only controlling one group of population with that, because it ain't no Planned Parenthoods in River Oaks. Yeah, right there where all the people that couldn't make it to college, they go to the secondary college in Third Ward. Yeah, that's where it's at. Right next to the liquor store down the street, and the pawn shop, and the house store. Right there. It wasn't in the Rashad Estates or whatever the gated communities are called. It was right there in our communities. So it wasn't necessarily a general control. It was a population control of one or two groups of people, and that's blacks. You know what I'm saying? All right. Somebody give me Genesis 40 and verse 20.
You said 40 verse 20, is that right?
Con. Now I'm gonna show you where a couple of examples in the Bible where uh when
Pharaoh.
when the Lord, well, not the Lord, Salaki, when they call it the day of birth, in the Bible, we're gonna show you what happens on those days when it's dedicated to some person, to a specific person. All right, go ahead.
Kanawakan, this is Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
All right, it says third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday. All right, now Pharaoh was, the ruler of Egypt, and at that time the ruler of the Israelites. So this is not Israelite culture to celebrate birthdays. All right, so this is a custom that dates back to at least Egypt, ancient Egypt. All right, now let's keep reading.
And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants.
All right, a birthday dinner, or in modern times, people have birthday brunches, birthday breakfasts, uh, birthday sipping teas, and whatever else
Right.
that people do these days. Go ahead.
That he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
Keep going.
Verse 21. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again, and he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. Verse 22. But he hanged the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted it to them. Verse 23, yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgate him.
All right. I would have to go back to read what the chief butler did, but this is what happened on Pharaoh's birthday. You know, he hung his chief butler, his right hand man, his servant. All right, on his birthday. You know, most of the time, people on their birthday they want peace. They want everybody to get along and have a good time. You know, the mob. They try to live by that. This is my daughter's wedding. I just want to talk business and you know, you know what I'm saying. It's my daughter's birthday. You know, forget about it. All right, but yeah. So this is an example of what happened uh, on Pharaoh's birthday. All right, he hung his chief butler. No, lifted him up, praised him at first. Hey, this my boy right here, my number one guy. But guess what? String him up. You know what I'm saying? Now you can look at that and say, oh, well that's them back then. Okay, well maybe you not ordering death on your birthday. But guess what happens? You invite people to your birthday. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people don't get along. And then, some of y'all, well, some of us, living double lives, and then somebody showed up to your birthday that wasn't supposed to be there. Like, oh, how you get here? And then a whole fight break out. Somebody gets hurt or even unalived. And that is very common. I mean, it's not like one isolated incident. Oh, somebody got hurt on this person's birthday and that was it. No, just look up birthday tragedies and just see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I seen this. This is an article like a while back. They had a birthday for a kid, and then I don't know if the baby daddy or something was into some gang life or whatever the case may be. Some people came by and shot up the whole party, missed him, and killed an innocent bystander, which was a child. Like, that's very common. You know what I'm saying? Like, so death always is always lurking around somebody's birthday. Death and injury is always birthday party over there. Oh yeah, I'm on the way. All right, go ahead.
I mean, from what I'm reading here, it all came from a dream that was interpreted. Uh, that this is. Can I read
Yeah,
a
go
verse?
ahead, read
Genesis chapter 40, verse 13. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup in his hand after the former manner which thou was his butler. 14. But think, but think on me when it shall be well with thee, and shew kindness. I pray thee unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of Hebrew, and here also have I done nothing that should put me into the dungeon. When the chief baker saw that the interpretations was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head, and in the uppermost basket there was of all manner of baked meats for Pharaoh, and the birds did eat them out of the basket upon his head. And Joseph answered and said, This is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 days. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from out thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the birds shall eat thy flesh from thee.
I think the story finished in Genesis 41. So yeah, Baker had a dream, and Joseph interpreted for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think Pharaoh ended up losing his rulership. After that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Give me Matthew 14 and 6.
Yep.
14 and 6.
Matthew 14 and 6. But when Harold's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodas danced before them and pleased Harold. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask.
All right. So on Herod's birthday, Herod at this time, he was the king of Judah. He wasn't an Israelite, but he was the king of Judah at the time. All right. So I just use modern time. They hired some strippers. You know what I'm saying? So the dancers, she started dancing in front of Herod. Herod, you know what I'm saying? And she's to where, what it say? It say whereupon he promised an oath to give her whatever. So you can have whatever you like. Yeah, an oath. Like, man, she's so bad. She dances so, man. Dang, whoo. Whatever she wants, she can have. You know what I'm saying? She had to been a bad sister. Or a bad, I ain't gonna say sister, but a bad female. She had to been bad. For a man, well, men do. That's crazy. But she had to been one of them ones, man, for him to say, hey, you can have whatever have whatever you like. And he the king, so he can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, keep going. Verse 8.
And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, give me here John the Baptist's head in a charger.
Now, out of all the things that this lady wanted, she could have asked for a palace on the hills, a mansion somewhere. I'm gonna use modern terms. You could have had you a mansion with a Maybach or a Bentley, whatever you wanted. Yeah, you could have said, oh, give me. I want to own Houston. Just give me Houston. Right, with candy grapes, and give this lady Houston. Houston is hers. You know what I'm saying? But this lady asked for the head of John the Baptist on a platter. Like, how diabolical is that? Death, injury. John the Baptist he's sitting in jail. Like, yeah, man. Hopefully Jesus will get me out. One of these days, not knowing. Right, not knowing. He finna get served up on a platter, all for someone's birthday, to please someone else's on their high day. It's their day. You know how many people got the same birthday? You know what I'm saying? But by it being your day, your day is more important than everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? All right. Keep going.
Yeah, because it's getting good. Oh, okay. Matthew 14 and 10. And he sent and beheaded John into
Hold on.
prison.
Wait. Read 9.
Oh, my apologies. Matthew 14 and 9. And the king was sorry, nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat. He commanded it to be given to her.
Like he was so mesmerized at the moment. He say that she can have whatever. Not even thinking what type of time she was on. Like he was ready to give her a whole city or a town herself, or the finest chariots, or the finest jewels, the gold, that he had to offer. But yeah, but she was on demon time, like they say now. He wasn't expecting that because he was like, "Yeah, I want the head of John the Baptist on the platter." He was like, "Dang, woo!" Now he going in and say, "If I back out on this, ain't nobody gonna respect me." You know what I'm saying? So he had to keep his word to be an honorable king. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine a dude that had to go back there and break the news to John the Baptist. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro. Yeah, I know. We promised you. Cause what John ate crickets and stuff. And honey. Yeah, I know. We promised you like the finest batch of honey and cricket and stuff, man. But yeah, you got to go right quick. You know what I'm saying? They need you. You know what I'm saying? You can't even tell them. You're like, man, where I'm going, man. Y'all said I was gonna sit here for nah, yeah. Things change, man. Yeah, yeah. Somebody, hey, they about to chop your head off. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's cold. You know what I'm saying? Now give me Mark 6:21.
No, I'm getting a question.
Okay, cool. Mark 6 and 21. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lord, high captains and chiefs estates of Galilee.
Hold on, my bad, my bad. Let me get there. Okay, go ahead. Read that from the top again.
Mark 6 and 21. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper of his lords,
Mm-hmm.
high captains, and chief estates of Galilee.
Uh-huh.
And when the daughter of these said Herodes came in and danced and pleased Herod, and them that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it to thee.
Mm-hmm.
And he sware unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give it to thee, unto the half of my kingdom. And she went forth and said unto her mother, what shall I ask? And she said, the head of John the Baptist.
Now hold on, that's crazy. She sought counsel from her mama. You know what I'm saying? Like if you read above, uh, I just from 20, it said for Herod feared John, knowing that he was a holy person. Like John was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Back then. You know what I'm saying? And then when the stripper
Yeah,
didn't know what she wanted, so she asked her mama. Mama old, bitter.
she got old.
Yeah, she old and bitter, and yeah. So she asked her mama what to do. I don't know what John did to the mama, but she sure wanted his head, and that's crazy. You seek the counsel of somebody else
Yeah.
just to get somebody else underlined. What does it seem like now today?
Seem all right. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Mm-hmm.
in the box. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I told her baby daddy don't come to the party,
Yeah.
but he came anyway.
Yeah.
Mama, what should I do? Call your brother and tell him to get him up out of there.
Yeah.
Your brother coming.
Oh, oh.
Your brother coming on the way, locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Where you at? Ain't no talking. Ain't no hey, you gotta go or nothing. This is straight action.
It, and it's
Go ahead.
and it's so the oppressive camouflages is so well these days to where it's put in the soap operas and sitcoms to where
Hmm.
the average female that moves into a poverty apartment is the little sister or the older sister.
Said it again.
The average female that moves into a poverty apartment becomes the little sister or the older sister
Hmm.
of the males, the gang members,
Hmm.
the heathens. She becomes the little sister of the big sister, which then creates she still has her own mind to meet somebody and invite
Right.
him over there.
Hmm.
And the average is unalive.
Yeah.
And she looking like, oh, why you do that? Because you sought counsel in your so-called brothers, little brothers, big brothers, but they saw lust in you. So then
Yeah.
you go get somebody else and bring them to the council, and it's
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. Give me Jeremiah. Uh, Hold on. I might want Leviticus first. Let me see. Leviticus 18. Yeah, give me Leviticus 18 and 3.
Leviticus 18:3. After the doing of the Lord, no, after the doing of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do?
All right, stop right there. So when we was in Egypt, that says when we was in Egypt, where we dwelt, don't do the things that they did in Egypt. They celebrated birthdays in Egypt. They they got edge ups in Egypt. No, we was in bondage in Egypt. Yeah, yeah. So they celebrated birthdays in Egypt. They got edge ups in Egypt. That's one of the reasons why we can't get edge ups now. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the Lord want to look raggedy and nothing like that, but that's just another culture. I mean, thing that another culture did, and He wanted to keep us totally separate from these people. You know what I'm saying? Some things and an edge up seem harmless. You know what I'm saying? But just think about it. You know what I'm saying? You see a dude with a beard, braids, a beard and a fro, no edge up, and then you see a dude with an edge up. And if you in Egypt, that person without the edge up is going to get persecuted way before the person with the edge up because they know that's a Egyptian citizen or somebody that's following the Egyptian custom or culture. But then the person without it, oh, well, he's a heathen or he's a Jew. So you're going to get dealt with accordingly. So that's why we have to keep our cultures to identify ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have fringes on our garments. You know, not one. To identify that we are Israelites, but also to remember, you know, remember to follow the laws. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uh, woo-wee. And it says, keep going.
What? My bad. Where did I leave off?
Uh,
In
right after the Egypt part.
speech. Okay, we're at Leviticus 18:4,
18:3.
18:3. Okay, okay. And after, and, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinance.
All right. So when we was in Egypt or in the land of Canaan, we shouldn't do nothing that we did or learn nothing that they did. While we was there. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the whole reasons why we wandered 40 years in the wilderness once we got out of Egypt, because we were still holding on to some of their custom, i.e. the the golden calf. You know what I'm saying? The golden calf was one of the things that the Egyptians worship. Egyptians worship like I don't know how many gods. You know what I'm saying? Like I think one of they things. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they buried you with a dog or something like that, or uh, yeah, a dog. They say the dog will carry your spirit to somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. And then the golden calf. They worship the bulls. That's why they starving now because they don't eat bulls or eat cows. Yeah, like they had all type of stuff. And then especially with these Egyptologists with this Gvst. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that because that's way out of line. That's super pause. You know what I'm saying? That's why we won the 40 years because the Lord had to make sure we got rid of all that stuff. Because when we first got out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, it was all good. That oh yeah, thank you Lord, we you freed us from slavery. We ain't got to go build them pyramids no more. But then after the dust settled a little bit, we started to complain a little bit like, dang, bro, we could have stayed in Egypt for all this. Eating manna every day, you know what I'm saying? And doing it like we need another God to worship. And that's why they built the golden calf. Hey, yeah, that bull. Yeah, that was one of them. I like that day because, they did this and did that. It was big enough that, no, it was big enough that like everybody turned in their silver and their gold and made it. It was big enough. Yeah, it was big enough. You know what I'm saying? So we're not supposed to do any of those things. Read verse 4 for me.
Verse 4. Verse 4. Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinance. Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinance to walk therein. I am the Lord your God.
So we should do the Lord's judgment. We should keep the Lord's ordinances, not these other nations' ordinances. We shouldn't be birthdays, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's. We shouldn't be doing none of that because it ain't got nothing to do with us at all. Because every time we do it, something happens. I don't think it's been a Thanksgiving that went right. And most, and I ain't gonna say in individuals' families because some people have no issues, but at the same time, you still sitting across that person that probably S.A.'d you. You know what I'm saying? When you was little. You know what I'm saying? All right, drop that and give me Jeremiah 10:2.
Jeremiah 10:2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathens are dismayed at them.
All right. So it says, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. So we shouldn't be worried about the star alignments and the Capricorn signs and the Virgo and Cancer sign. They ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? We don't follow that stuff. It's there, okay, fine. Well, some people live their life around that stuff. They'll read their daily affirmation, whatever you want to call it, as a tourist. Whoa, this is what I'm supposed to do today. Or this is what I was feeling. Oh, wow, thank you, Capricorn or
Yeah,
whatever the sign may be. Like, and they live, they either download the app or they buy the newspaper just for that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And they live their life around that.
yeah.
Some people miss the love of their life. Oh yeah, you a Scorpio. No, I can't.
Yeah.
They have podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
When they have women versus men, but it be horoscopes.
Yeah.
Oh, I answered the question like that because you a Sagittarius and blah 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 blah. We not supposed to confound ourselves to that. You know what I'm saying? It says because that's what the heathens do. They are dismayed at the build of Orion and I mean Orion's belt. However you say it.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the little dipper, big dipper, all that astrology stuff. I mean, yeah, call me now. All that tarot. Yeah, that's what they dismayed at. That's what they think makes the world go around. That's what they think is the powers that be. It's not for us. You know what I'm saying? Okay, of course, Adam used the stars, to tell times on when to do things. But other than that, like he didn't devise his life. He didn't orchestrate his life around it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, now we got the scriptures to guide our life. So we don't need to be dismayed by anything that them heathens do. If they wanna go worship Neptune and Saturn and all that stuff, let them go do that. That's on them. Go ahead.
And that's the oppressor.
Right.
Tarot readers earn very significantly with a reported annual income ranging from 23,000 to 6,000 annually, normally being a second line of income. So just
Crazy.
the people that read the tarots and tell you your cards and your signs off what you sign the application and give them your info. That's crazy.
Right. I think they exposed what's it, Call Me Now?
Clear, yeah.
Yeah, they exposed her
Yeah.
one time because
Yeah.
I think they did it like when you call, it's like a little questionnaire or something like
Yeah,
that, and then the
yeah.
algorithm kind of
Yeah.
figure everything out, so she can just read the stuff and think and that's making you think that she's psychic and she telling you stuff and you just no, you're great, Cleo.
Yeah.
No, that ain't none of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, now drop that and give me Jeremiah 20 and 14. God.
Jeremiah 20 and 14. Cursed be the day wherein I was born.
He said, what?
Cursed be the day wherein I was born.
Man, this is somebody that say, man, F my birthday, man. The day, man, like,
Yeah.
Mama, you brought me to this? Like, come on now. Go ahead.
Hey, hey. Cursed be the Curse.
Just read it over again.
Okay. Cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me.
So let not the day that I was born, that my mama birthed me, don't bless that day, because that day was not it. All right,
Shit, out of precept, sir.
go ahead,
I know it sounds like it's not relevant, but I'll break it down right now, sir.
go ahead.
It's where is it? All right, fuck. It's in John chapter 13. Give me one moment. This is John chapter 13, verse 16. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. Verse 18, I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen, but the scripture may be fulfilled. He that eateth bread with me had lifted up his heel against me. But let me see. So I'm gonna just get to it. So basically, what I was trying to connect with this is basically how Christ, I was just talking about that. If they hated me first, they're gonna hate you too. If I suffered, you gonna suffer. So what the whole point of the birthdays is, you thinking that every year it's like the prosperity gospel. You think things are gonna get better, but you're gonna get tested, and it's just gonna get harder and harder. So even then, like
Right.
if you want to celebrate a birthday, like that's irrelevant. Prepare to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna be celebrating nothing in this life, especially if you serving the Most High. I mean, yeah, you could celebrate in the feast dedication or the celebrations, but all you're
Right.
gonna celebrate is going through trials. You know?
Right. Just think about. Well, I'll get to that. But yeah, what you saying is heavy, man. Like these birthdays tie up a lot of stuff. I'm gonna just put it like that until I get to it. You know what I'm saying? Can you read verse 15 for me?
Verse 15. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man child is born unto thee. Make him very glad.
All right. You know when a man has a son, hey, congratulations. Now they give you a cigar. It's a boy. They give you a cigar for the father. Congratulations. Yeah, you brought your son. Like he's saying, curse that day. You know what I'm saying? Because you done brought your son into a world of hell. You know what I'm saying? Like you done birthed a child in a world that's full of temptation for one. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't know how, depending on how you raise this child, you don't know which way this child is gonna go. That's why I say it's vital to teach your child early. You know what I'm saying? Train up a child, in the way that she go. But if you're not rooted in the scriptures and following the law, statutes, commandments, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna celebrate birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's having 1 year old birthday party. Like that baby don't care about no birthday party at 1 year old. That's for you. All that baby see is cake. He be trying to put his hand in the cake the whole time. The rest of the party, you in that twerking. I seen this one video. They had a birthday party for, I guess it was like a joint birthday party, but they put on some kind of costumes, Minnie Mouse or something, and Minnie Mouse in there twerking at like a 3-year-old birthday party. Like why? Like why? Like that's a festive thing for that person. Yeah, with Dora. Yeah, you twerking with a Dora costume on. Like for what? All right, drop that and give me Amos 5:21. We almost done. And 21.
Amos 5 and 21. I hate,
You what?
I hate,
Uh-huh.
I despise your feast days.
The Lord love your feast days.
I despise your feast,
Uh-huh.
and I will not smell in your
Solid.
solemn assemblies.
So yeah, the Lord hate them birthday parties and birthday lunches and brunches and dinners. And he not in there. He not with you. That's why when something happen, like somebody either get in them hurt real bad,
Yeah,
or somebody get unalive, or you lose friendships or family members. You lose connection. Because, some people they get so rude
yeah,
and obnoxious with people like it's more so on the women's side.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that is so important to them on their day, just like their wedding day.
Spotlight.
You know what I'm saying? They in the spotlight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? All the attention is on them. They getting showered with gifts and money and flowers, and you better not be the one that didn't bring nothing, because guess
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You're not their friend no more.
Exactly.
You better not be the one that didn't like their birthday picture on Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah,
because that's really the thing. If you don't show me love on social media, that means you're really not my friend. So now I'm gonna block you and cut you off.
yeah,
And I could have been at work. I could have been working a door, and I could have been asleep. I could have been at the hospital. But you worry about me liking your birthday stuff.
yeah. And it didn't crank
Go ahead.
didn't crank out these days.
Uh huh.
It even go to the point you better not go home. You better lay in this bed with me and comfort me while I'm intoxicated. Cause you're my friend, my friend when I'm intoxicated. Then we go
Mm-hmm.
back to friends in the
And that's
morning.
crazy. That's the day you choose to get so sloppy drunk and
Yeah.
so sloppy high
Yep.
till you want somebody to take care of you.
Yep.
Like that's ignorance. That's not being a responsible adult. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a little bit, having a good time, that's one thing. But drinking till you incoherent and to the point to where people gotta carry you up out the place, and people gotta like wait on you until you recover. Now that's irresponsible. That's not brotherhood or sisterhood. Go ahead.
Kind of just like to elaborate on that, sir. I don't know if there's a scripture on it, but I don't know for sure when you get to that point, that's feminine. That's emasculating. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're talking about a survival perspective, like you hear about these rappers and all these SAs and all this other stuff going on, especially at them parties. You know what I'm saying? You low key asking to get taken advantage of and get yeah, I'm saying get your man.
Right.
At that point, you know what I mean? That and you just you get where I'm going with that, sir.
Right. Most High in Christ. So give me Exodus 23 and hold it for me. But this I'm about to read this out this book. This is the it's a little torn apart. But this is the Satanic Bible by Anton Sanzer LaVey. All right, so it's gonna tell us about what birthdays are according to the Satanic Bible or in Satanism, people that worship Satan. All right, this is page 96. All right, it says the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion is the date of one's birth. I need to read that again. No problem. I'll read it again. Of all holidays, the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion is the date of one's own birth. This is in direct uh, contradiction to the holy of holy days of another religion, which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthro Salaki, anthropomorphic form of their own image, which means they probably created something in their own image and worshiped it. All right, thereby showing that the ego is not really buried. The Satanists feel, why not really be honest? And if you are going to create a God in your image, why not create that God as yourself? All right? Every man is a God if he chooses to recognize himself as one. So, the Satanist celebrates his own birthday as the most important holiday of the year. This is not my words. This is coming out the Satanic Bible. All right? I'm going to read further down. This is the second paragraph. You should give yourself a pat on the back, buy yourself whatever you want, treat yourself like the king or god that you are, and generally celebrate your birthday with as much pomp and ceremony as possible. Now, what do we do now? You know, we want to have our birthday in Vegas. We want to go to Dubai. We want to go to Bora Bora. We want to go to Atlanta. You know, wherever else. Miami. Biggest turn up ever. You know what I'm saying, for our birthday. You know what I'm saying? Bottles on me and bottles on whoever else paying. You know, all the drugs, all the unlawful sex, all the swinging, really all the unlawful. I don't even want to get into detail with all that stuff because it gets really wicked. You know what I'm saying? If you have the means to have one of those type of birthdays. You know what I'm saying? But even with if you ain't got that much money, even on a small scale, you get drunk enough, the person you never spoke to gonna start looking good to you. And they married, and that man, and she married, and hey, it goes down. All right, you have something to say? Go ahead.
Answer real quick. I just wanted to elaborate on the whole birthdays, man. Especially, I know this within the Hispanic community. The mothers be going. I'm talking about all out for their kids. I'm talking
Right.
about doing $1,000 balloon and a whole freaking whatever idol they wanted, like the Mickey or the Paul, whatever it is. They going all out and they basically idolizing the stuff out their child. Like they putting their
Right.
child on a pedestal. And I've heard that even sometimes if they don't give them a good enough gift, they can't even get in the party.
Wow,
I
that's
was like,
crazy.
damn.
And what the brother said about those quinceañeras, man, that's like a whole week festival. That's like a whole week festival, man. When they spending $1,000 on the dress, and this is a quinceañeras when the Hispanic girl, she turns 15 years old. And I think in that culture that they're considered a woman at that time, correct?
So look, if I may, technically, textbook wise, no, but in reality, it is. There's no way you can't see it. Like, there can't. I mean, they say it's not, but I mean, if you celebrating them becoming a woman, there's no kind of way to sugarcoat it. And even though, like, I'll speak for the Hispanic community, that's extremely hypocritical.
Right.
And you can't get surprised that she get pregnant about a year later. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it is.
Go ahead.
This is from experience. In the 9th grade, went to a quinceañera, chick I was going with. Mind you, the day after the quinceañeras, she got married. I didn't know anything about it until the next year when her brother came to the school. Her brother came to the school wearing the big jackets. And I was like, your sister she has the cool starters. And he was like, nah, that's her husband's jacket. So I'm walking to this class, and at her quinceañera, they had what they call those leche cake.
Yeah.
And it was like big as this table. She had to dance with her father. It had to be over $3,000 thrown on that floor
Right.
during the dance with her father. So the whole thing was setting So when she got her appointment, and
Mm-hmm.
by the 10th grade, she
That's crazy. But yeah, man, that's why we shouldn't worship ourselves in that manner, because that takes me to Exodus 20:3. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20 chapter 20 verse 3.
20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt what?
Have no other gods before
But
me.
it's my birthday, you know. I'm
No
about to
other gods before me.
but it's my birthday. I mean, I gotta get showered with some gifts. People
No
gotta.
other gods before me.
Okay, well, somebody they don't like my pictures. I'm blocking them.
No other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. And hold on, wait. Let me get there. That's that's the first that's the first commandment of the 10 commandments. Christians,
Good night.
you say you so love the Lord, and he heard your cry, and he know your heart and all that, and you say you know you love him and you blessed and highly favored. Well, you're not. You're not. Because what they say again?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Okay. Uh, the highest of all holidays in the satanic religion is the date of one's own birth. Uh, wait, let me get to the part I want to read. Yeah, right here. You should give yourself a pat on the back, buy yourself whatever you want, and treat yourself like the king or god that you are. And what you read?
Thou shalt have no other God before me.
So we got a little discrepancy here. So you gonna treat yourself and celebrate your birthday like you a god or a king or a queen, or you gonna follow the first commandment that you say that you pack that dusty Bible to on Sundays. You know what I'm saying, and serve the Lord the right way, when you actually supposed to be coming to the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little discrepancy in the Christian uh, doctrine right there. See, they don't teach that birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they have church on Sundays, like, you can't ask questions. And then oh, well, you can ask questions on Wednesdays at Bible study. No, you can't, because they already got an agenda there too.
Oh, you never ask questions.
And they gonna kick you up out of there. They gonna have them white gloves come put their hands on your shoulder, and you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to go. All because they want to continue their misconception and misleading of people. God's sheep. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I don't want to do. All right. Read that one more time.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before you. Yourself, your money, your career, your status, your whatever, whatever you love more than the Lord, you are already in violation of the first commandment. I saw you saying first. Go ahead.
Kind of Salaki, if I may say,
Give me 2 Timothy 3:1. Why you go ahead? Go ahead.
Concert, if I may, so like for the most part in every denomination of Christianity, Baptist or Pentecost, whatever, they think that worshiping another god is basically praying to another idol instead of actually really knowing that anything that you put against the Most High is another idol. Like especially within the Israelite or even the Zebulonite community, that their number one god is work and alcohol. I'm talking about they
Right.
can't go a day without taking a brew, and like even on Sunday they gonna work. No matter what they gonna brew and they gonna drink, and then they gonna work, and then they gonna find any excuse tonight. And they got all the heavy idolatry in the crib, everything, all the pictures of Mary, and all the little saints and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that really I wanted to pick up on that it doesn't have to be deliberately like praying to Shaitan or to the Santa Muerte or praying to any idol. Like any your actions itself, whatever you do more or think about or act more than Most High is definitely another idol.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just think about somebody else. Think about somebody else in the Bible that put something before the Lord. Anybody know? Think about somebody in the Bible that put something before the Lord. No, it wasn't Job.
Oh, you say someone in the precepts?
Yeah, for time's sake, Ezekiel.
Oh yeah.
Ezekiel
Oh yeah.
put his wife before the Lord, and guess what the Lord did?
Yeah,
Killed her.
yeah, on the line.
And what he told Ezekiel?
Better not
You
cry.
better not cry. You better not drop not nan tear. You better not drop not nan tear. Now go do my work.
Right.
That's tough. That's heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Solid.
That's why that first commandment is like real. It's real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just dumb it down to serving other gods like being a Muslim or being a Buddhist, and nah, especially if you put it before the Most High God. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy. Go ahead. I gotta
Yeah.
move on.
So like I do want to add that's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. All right, now give me 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
Second Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This known also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yeah, no, we can drop that. We ain't got to worry about that. Give me 1 Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20.
First Corinthians 10 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to the devil and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
All right, so them things that the heathen was doing, they would sacrifice to devils. Like we just read in that satanic Bible, they celebrating themselves according to the satanic religion. So this is a fair warning not to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you're an Israelite, if you're black native Indian, all right. Keep going. Verse 21.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot partake. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of the devil.
Yeah, so you can't play both sides. You can't stress. You know what I'm saying? The Lord say he rather you be hot or cold. Because if you lukewarm, he gonna spew you out. You know what I'm saying? So pick your side, and I hope you choose life like the scriptures say. Uh, this is my last scripture, and then we can go. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. I got a couple more scriptures, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Just give me Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of us, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
All right. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, which means just because you done an evil work and you ain't punished for it right then, you know what I'm saying, in your heart and your mind, you inclined to do some more stuff. Like just say, for instance, you robbed the bank and you got away scot free. What you gonna do? Oh, I got away with it the first time. Well, let me go ahead and do it again.
I'll get some big.
Yeah, I'm getting something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Just because you haven't get punished for it right then, guess what? That don't mean it's not going unpunished. All right. I want to see if you want to read the next one. Nah, but that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, just because you don't get punished for all these birthdays that you done celebrated, you know what I'm saying? Now that you know that celebrating birthdays is wrong, and if you continue to do it, hey, the Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? That's with anything. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's eating crab, shrimp, pork, crawfish, squid, octopus, bear, squid, raccoons for the country people, squirrels for the country people. You know what I'm saying? All right, with that, you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord at ISUPK.com. Go ahead, you got something?
It's like pay your Passover fee.
Yeah, definitely pay your Passover fee, Houston, Texas. We got a feast day coming up real soon. I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Kamar with the security announcements. They're right there.
Hear this. These security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge side of our 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head of the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other, and after the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission for the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'aishara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department of the teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. The 14th of December for 8 days. First Maccabees, 452, chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. Feast of Purim, 14th day and the 5th.
Just the Hanukkah.
Oh, just Hanukkah. Finally, All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, scarves, all black, no white. These are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Imagine, which means to stand. I'm gonna give a courteous salute to the brothers and the sisters. All right, men of Israel, Ba'adim Shabbat, Imagine, Rock, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yakim Atah, Saul, face and sisters, men of Israel, Ba'adim Shabbat, Imagine, Rock, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahushua, Yakim Atah, dismiss.